Hello guys, and welcome back to another Warframe video. Today we're going to be talking about the best beginner frame in Warframe, Rhino. There are other contenders, though he has a built-in damage increase and a survivability being his second ability, but let's talk more about the abilities right now. Firstly, we're going to be running an unmodded Rhino throughout this video, with strength as the main thing you want to build for right away, because it gives the more overguard, and also increases the amount of damage on this. The second thing I'd say is duration, and the third would be like flow and stuff, so you have energy. Those are like the main ones I'd say go for first. Because with a second, you're practically invincible. With your third, you get free damage at 50% at base. You also give it to your team. We're going to be using Torrid throughout this video, and I don't care. Pretty much I'm showing Rhino in action and his survivability plus a damage bonus onto my gun already, but we're going to be running Mott. We're going to be going over here, Void. We're going to do Mott normal, and we'll also do Mott Steel Path. We're going to do the normal first, guys, so let's get straight to it. Okay, alright, we're in Mott. Survival mission. Start it up. We'll only be in here a few minutes. We won't do the whole 5 minutes, but I'm mainly here to explain his abilities and stuff. But your first ability that you're going to want to start whenever you do anything is just hit a second, then hit the third for your damage boost, then I'm going to get the Incarnate meter up on my gun. But since this will pretty much nuke anything in general, just because it's the Torrid, I can go in here, I get second hit, but I have to wait for energy to regen back, which is the only negative of not running an upgraded Rhino. Though this one is 30, so I get more energy, I can immediately hit Iron Skin again. And we get my duration and also my overguard back. Those are going to be your main things of why you're going to want to play Rhino, though, as the second and third. Is first and fourth, you can technically sub-zoom something else on, like Nourish, or even Ophinimize or Terrify if you want some armor strips. We do this and kill the enemies before they get near us, guys. You can easily get pretty much all of your stuff, and we'll show the first. First is very close to Slash Dash, one of Excalibur's, so if you chose him as your starter frame, it is really close to that, though it's not comparatively the best thing, I'd say, for Rhino. It's one of the top contenders for sub-zooming off of him. His fourth has very good with augments that you can get, so that's the reason it's normally kept, though people do sub-zoom his fourth since it is a CC option. Though it's pretty decent if we find an enemy to use it on, so I'm going to go over here. If you smash, it's a stun. It does not work though on Eximus. So if we find an Eximus, it's going to be a hot minute probably since this is a normal path one. Get more energy again. Which is the only negative of me doing this with. Though his base stats, when you hit 30-30, are both decent overall too, so you can survive in normal path pretty easy. His base stats justify energy again, though if you are using him in normal path, you're going to have flow and other things on already by this point that will allow you to use him in a much more better way. We'll show a clip eventually in Steel Path where I'm actually have flow on and stuff. I'm not going to do a full build though. I'm saving a full Rhino Prime build for a later video. But right now, this is generally how he is. You're going to be able to survive generally everything in normal path with him, is why he's one of the best starter frames, though we will be talking about other starter frames that I'm going to recommend, because you're going to want to farm more frames for standing anyways. Master range anyways, I mean, from my previous video I've talked about. But as you see with this, guys, we found our Eximus. We stop, he does not go up. Those do not work, is the problem with it. CC abilities were nerfed a while back, so they do not affect Eximus. But let's get on to Steel Path and show you the difference in how he'll probably... He can survive a hit, but it will be harder to pretty much use a unupgraded Rhino in Steel Path. Let's get straight to it. And here, guys, is the proof that I didn't even get downed or anything throughout that entire mission. And something that I forgot to talk about is Overguard also makes you immune from the sort of fire damage from those Eximus that you'll be having trouble with if you first start this game and you're not ready for those. It will catch you off guard if you've not seen one. But generally, those are pretty much the Etzimus that are do a lot to you, though the new Jade Light Etzimus that were added last update are really strong as well for newer players. Let's get straight into the Steel Path mod survival. Okay, we're here in the Steel Path one. Use the ciphers again. Hit my Iron Skin immediately because I can technically be like one-shot in this. The enemies are level 140. There'll be a funny moment with my sword. If I can group them up, then do fine damage, and then get the energy. There it is. My overguard's already gone. This is a Steel Path, and they do a bullcrap amount of damage. But as you see, I just immediately put it up. It's sort of like... The best way to put it is, he's not as survivable as Revenant, at least unbuilt he isn't. But he definitely can get there. And if you stay on the move and stuff, you'll be fine also, but you have to make sure that you have enough energy. Which is the only negative and downside of me doing this right now is, as I was stating, in normal path is energy. It's going to be way more detrimental in Steel Path, though. So I have to cover corners and actually pick rooms that can pretty much make me survive in it, though, right now. Though this should be a good enough spot. Got down to 46 health there. Not good. I got down. But yeah, as we see, if you didn't have Iron Skin or something with this, it would be a death blow each of those hits. And if I had Blind Rage or other things that increase my ability strength, I'd be a lot better, but I'm doing okay right now. Got one death out of all of that. With me having flow or anything else too, that would give me extra energy, like an Energize, or even Equilibrium, or Nourish on. You can see that you'd have enough energy to pretty much actually deal with this sort of stuff. Plus, if you were already built, you would also have Rolling Guard and other things that possibly on your build. So you could actually build in extra survivability, though he's doing fine. I just keep going around collecting up energy and make sure to kill stuff as soon as I see it. I'll be able to actually survive this and be relatively fine. And also keep my Incarnon bar up, then we'll be good. Though I am not going to be using energy on Rarvo since I do not have the leeway, which is a negative, so I am not getting the damage increase right now. And that was complete negligence. I got full energy now. Over here and collect these up. They get into my room as the ever negative. But guys, as you can tell, he's good. Like, this is just me showing off that he is good. There is no reason to even take him into Steel Path unmodded. I could have taken him here modded and should have showed you that I wouldn't have even gotten down once as him. But guys, let's skip to the end bit and I'll talk a little bit more on Rhino and where exactly to get him. And as you see guys, we got out of a Steel Path mission on Mott Survival relatively easily. We did die and get down, though 2 of them were because of negligence and then 1 of them straight up was because of me closing down the recording bit for a second. So we got that. Otherwise, we were fine with the entire mission. Where you get Rhino, though, guys, is once you start at Earth, you want to head down to the Venus Junction, head here, and go to Phosphor. You're going to be doing your first fight with the Jackal. We'll explain him in a second, but you're going to do a cool little boss fight with him. It's generally half of the boss fight is just dodging. It's not even really a damage check gonna be real. You're using your Parazon and you're hitting them after you dodge, but we'll do the entire mission and explain it right now with Rhino. But you get a random piece out of 3 from here, and then you buy the BP from the market. We'll show that off in a minute too. But you head over here, get to the waypoint through this door, just roll through it if you got the lasers.
Every Warframe has at its disposal a special blade, a Parazon, as lethal to technology as it is to flesh. Disrupting the Jackal's auto-repair may require it.
From through here, you're going to see a little guy come out first. You see a little guy. This guy is not the Jackal, though. And look at him. And what happens? He gets smushed. There's the Jackal. And let's get straight into the fight. He does this. You sort of just dodge it, hit him once. And then he does this. And you do two things. You can run with it like this. And then you Parazon attack him. You do that 3 more times though, guys, and you'll kill him. But we'll cut to the end of the mission to show off the piece. So you get to your last bit with the Jackal, guys. And he'll have his little laser gateway up now too, which is a bit of annoying. You can just jump over it though, so it ain't that big of a deal. Get him his last little laser phase. Go above, and you can sort of aim glide over them too. Which is another trick that most people do on them, though you can take damage if you do not do it at the right time. Like that. So guys, you got your last little Parazon move on him. Execute him. And then we just run to the extract. You also get the Stalta BP from him though as well. Also got one of those I can spawn in, though I'm not going to go after him myself right now since I already have a lot of crowns myself. Get through here, and as we see, we got a Rhino chassis BP. This is where you get the normal Rhino. The BP is bottable from the market that we'll look at right now. For the BP, head here, go down here to the Warframe, scroll down to Rhino, and then go over here, purchase BP right there. You'll get all 3 of those pieces from killing the Jackal over and over. Otherwise, that is how you get the base him. Though, if you go to Prime Resurgence right now, for a long time, we have Rhino Prime. I have him crafted right now, and I'm just waiting on him. I'm going to do a build for him as well. But he is a slight stat increase for Rhino, and you can farm him with Aya right now from that tab on the Prime Resurgence. He'll be here for like 2 months. Longer, I think 2 months and like a couple bit of change. But you can craft them just at the foundry like anything else, guys. And that is how you get Rhino. One of the best beginner and probably one of the better late game frames since he already has a survivability built in being Iron Skin. And RAR, one of the best damage ability increases in the game right now. So, he's a great frame. You can slap some Nourish on him from Grendel or something else and be good. But guys, that's all I wanted to share today, and thank you for watching. If you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye.